Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. On April 21st, 2025, the defense filed a motion to seal defendants' objections to the state's requested jury instructions. And by way of background, any objections or stipulations, meaning any agreements that one side had to the other side's proposed jury instructions, were set by operation of Judge Hippler's October 9th, 2024 pretrial and trial order. If you go to Section D, which is the trial materials section of that order, there were two dates here. One was the deadline for the proposed jury instructions themselves, and the second was the deadline for any objections or stipulations to the other side's jury instructions. Both sides filed their jury instructions under seal, even though that order did not direct the parties to file jury instructions under seal, as it did regarding, for instance, the proposed lay witness lists. In any event, this filing states, comes now Brian C. Koberger, by and through his attorneys of record, and hereby moves the court for an order to seal the defendant's objections to the state's requested jury instructions. This is page 1. And so basically what's happening here is Mr. Koberger is coming to the court by and through his attorneys, and he moves the court. This means he is requesting of the court a court order to seal his objections to the state's requested jury instructions. And what jury instructions are? These are legal documents that Judge Hippler, as the trier of the law, will review with the future jury, who will be ultimately charged with the duty of determining whether or not Mr. Koberger is guilty or not guilty of the 5 first-degree felonies that he was indicted on. That's what he is standing trial for. Count 1 is the burglary count. Counts 2, 3, 4, and 5 are for the unalivings regarding Madison, count 2, Kaylee, count 3, Xana, count 4, Ethan, count 5. The court will instruct the jury on various matters of the law, such as what reasonable doubt legally means, what the presumption of innocence legally means, the elements for the crimes he's charged with, what needs to be produced in evidence by the state in order to sustain that burden beyond a reasonable doubt evidentiary standard. Let's go to page 2. This motion is made pursuant to ICAR 32I and IC 74124 1B and C. The AR is a rule of court that authorizes a court to seal documents that should be released to the public for various reasons. IC 74124 is a statute. So we continue, in my opinion, to be perplexed as to why all jury instructions from both sides are filed under seal. This motion makes no reference to the fact that the court order directing when these objections were due does not say that jury instructions should be filed under seal. This will conclude this episode of the Indie Zone podcast. Thanks for joining us here today.